Hi, I'm Zarine Khan, and welcome to my new show, Spices and Secrets. I have had a beautiful and rewarding relationship with cooking, nurtured by my grandmother during my school-going days. Later, my mother-in-law, Bibi Fatima Begum Khan, actually ingrained in me the desire to learn the art of cooking. Since I enjoyed the best of Mehman Nawazi from my in-laws, I wanted to share that joy with everybody, because a shared meal is the strongest glue that bonds relationships. My mother-in-law always said, a recipe that has no soul till you fill it with love and bring soul into it. In each episode, apart from sharing my precious recipes with you, I will bring you the company of two close friends who have eaten at the Khan family table. Since we are sharing the Khan family recipes, it is apt that both my guests flag off our first episode. They are co-actors and are right when they are together. So until our first guest arrives, I will give you my first recipe, which happens to be one of my personal favorites. Today we are making a very delicious dish called the Hyderabadi Bhagare Baingan. This dish usually goes along with palaus and biryanis. And I'm going to teach you how to make it. Brinjals, and I cut them to the way they are supposed to be done. This dish turns very tasty because the baingan is soft and it absorbs all the various masalas that you put in. And this is going to be a gravy dish. Now we put a lot of oil into this, add at least half of this can so it can be deep fried. In the meantime, I'll start cutting the onions lengthwise. Okay, now we put in I think they're just about right. And we let these fry. See, I think it's just getting ready to be drained out, all the excess oil. Looks good and just the right color. This is where we take our plate with the tissue to drain out all the excess oil. Our next step is now, I put the pan on the fire and again add some oil because now we're going to fry the onions. Okay, I think this we put in now. I put in my garlic and the 10 Kashmiri Red Chilies. And now we have to wait for this to become slightly brown. Now this has got to fry a little bit. So now we take a 1/4 cup of grated coconut and there we brown the coconut also. Oh, the coconut flavor is already coming. And as it's being browned, I start cutting the tomatoes. And then we have to put all these items into a blender to get the masala for the Bhagare Baingan. I put the tomatoes that I've cut into this bowl. Then I add about 1/4 cup of imli into this and teaspoon each of the adrak lasan and some salt. And I pour all this mixture. I'm going to blend those for the masala. So as all my masalas are going to be blended nice and proper to start the third process of this particular recipe. So here we have the pan oil. Now a little bit of the jeera and some curry patta. All the masala has been blended and we pour all this masala into the rest of the things. And we mix it all up so that it can become into a nice, thick, luscious gravy. And then we can add the water. The brinjal has a couple of names that it is called by. One of them is a garden egg because of its shape. And can you imagine the other name is also, it's called the mad apple. I truly wonder why. Now I shall add the brinjals into this. See, all of it is inside now in this, because now we close the lid and let it cook in its own gravy for about 10 minutes more. You know, this dish is liked mainly by a lot of people, but we all love it, especially when we are having our usual biryanis. So every time there is a biryani in our house, we have to have the Bhagare Baingan, because instead of a dal, this goes along better when used as a gravy for the biryani. I think it's all ready. So we add in the chilies now. And then, of course, the coriander. Give it a little stir. And close the lid again. And now slow the fire as usual and leave it on dum. That means cooking in its own steam. Baghara means tadka. So it's all in all, it's the frying that merges and mixes the tastes, and that brings out its flavor. So I hope when it's ready, you guys will love this Hyderabadi Bhagare Baingan. So the Bhagare Baingan is ready to be served, and here we go. First I'll put the gravy and then leave it here. Presentation is very important. Little coriander that is left. So this is the Hyderabadi Bhagare Baingan, and I'm sure you will enjoy it as much as we do. And if you missed anything, here's the recap.
Take 6 to 8 small brinjals, trim them from the base and make cross slits on it. Deep fry them and keep it on kitchen paper to remove excess oil. In a pan, heat oil, add 2 to 3 sliced onions, 10 to 12 garlic pods, de-seeded 8 to 10 Kashmiri Red Chilies, and saute it till the onion softens. Add 1/4 cup grated coconut and saute it till it goes golden brown. Remove from the heat and cool it. In a bowl, add 2 chopped tomatoes, 1/4 cup tamarind puree, 1 teaspoon ginger paste, 1 teaspoon garlic paste, salt to taste, and fried onions. Grind the mixture to form a fine paste. In another pan, add oil, 1 teaspoon cumin seeds, 10 to 12 curry leaves, and let them crackle. Now add the prepared paste, water as required, mix well and let it cook for 10 minutes. Add the fried brinjals, coat them nicely with the puree, cover the lid and let it cook for 10 to 15 minutes. Add 5 to 6 whole green chilies, freshly chopped coriander, and leave it for 5 minutes on slow fire. Garnish the dish with chopped coriander and serve hot. Your delicious Baghare Baingan is ready to be served.
Later, I will be making my family's favorite recipe of mutton biryani with my first guest. and I'll be back to tell you all about him after a break.